जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी नतमस्तक होकर श्री माता जी को प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। बाउ डाउन टू श्री माता जी, ऑफर प्रणाम एंड टेक बंधन। महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। अपना बायां हाथ श्री माता जी के सामने और दाहिना हाथ भूमि माता पर, लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स श्री माता जी एंड राइट हैंड ऑन मदर अर्थ। प्रार्थना करेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी के सारे दोष इस भूमि तत्व में विलीन कीजिए और हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी निर्मल कीजिए। श्री माता जी, प्लीज रिमूव all the impurities through earth element and purify our left channel. अब अपना दाहिना हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर और बायां हाथ आकाश की ओर रखेंगे। राइट हैंड टुवर्ड्स श्री माता जी एंड लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स स्काई। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी के सारे दोष आकाश तत्व में विलीन कीजिए और हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी निर्मल कीजिए। श्री माता जी, प्लीज रिमूव all the impurities through ether element and purify our right channel. अपने दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर, बोथ हैंड्स टू श्री माता जी। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपया हमें पूर्ण संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, प्लीज ब्लेस अस विथ कंप्लीट बैलेंस। अपना संपूर्ण चित्त सहस्त्रार पर ले जाएंगे। कंप्लीट अटेंशन ऑन सहस्त्रार। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपया हमें ध्यान की निर्विचार स्थिति दीजिए। श्री माता जी, प्लीज गिव अस थॉटलेस अवेयरनेस। इसी ध्यान अवस्था में अब हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे और उसके पश्चात थोड़ी देर ध्यान में ही रहेंगे. Now we will listen to Shri Mataji's speech and thereafter we will remain in meditation for some time.
Such a person is, as I told you today, is not frivolous, but not serious either, but full of joy within himself. He doesn't want you to be unhappy. Never would like that you should be unhappy people. But human beings, if they want to be unhappy, what can anybody help? Because they have got the free will to be unhappy. They have got a free will to cut their nose. They have a free will to cut their ears. They have free will to commit suicide. They have this free will, so-called. Now the greatest free will comes from Vishuddhicha, as I told. And that's why we call him Yogeshwara. He is the Ishvara of yoga. The establishment of yoga is possible when you surrender yourself to Sri Krishna. Completely surrender yourself to Sri Krishna. Your yoga will be established. Means what? Means all your balances will be established. You go into complete balance. And that balance is complete because Vishnu, who is the incarnation for sustaining the dharma, who is responsible for giving you the balance, becomes complete in the form of Sri Krishna. That's why he said that you leave all the dharmas. Sarva dharmanam parityajya mamekam saranam vraja. That's why I surrender all of them to me. So all the dharmas, if you put it at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, means if you follow his ideals, then all your dharmas are balanced. But after realization, you go beyond dharma. Whenever you go wrong in dharma, dharmachyuta as they call it, when you go wrong in dharma, that's the time you have to surrender yourself to Sri Krishna so that he establishes your dharma. There are so many dharmas. There is the pati dharma, husband's dharma, patni dharma, wife's dharma, father's dharma, mother's dharma, son's dharmas, then rashtra dharma means the nation's dharma. Then you have all kinds of dharmas also, we can say, where one has to bow to the higher things of life. But then he says, sarva dharmanam parityaj. Forget all the dharmas. Mamekam sharanam vraja. Just surrender your dharmas, all of them, to me. That is at Vishuddhi. At Vishuddhi Chakra, you surrender all your other dharmas. It means that it all gets sublimated. It all gets complete. The wholesomeness is achieved because he is collective being. He is the Virat. Because he is the integrated form of all the dharmas. And he is the Virata in our brain. He represents our brain. And when this Virat in us is awakened fully, then all the dharmas become natural with us. We don't have to do any dharmas. We don't have to be conscious of any dharmas, but automatically we become dharma ourselves. For example, there are people now say Christ. We can take example of Christ. He was dharma personified. He would not steal money from anybody, will he? Will he run away with somebody's wife? Will he? Will he do anything wrong? No, he cannot. Why? Because he was dharma. So now you have become dharmatit, means you have entered into the kingdom of God, into the Virata's conditions. And there your condition is such that your state is such that you are dharma. If you try to do adharma, you will suffer. If you try to do wrong, you will suffer. Here I don't have to tell you to be righteous. I don't have to tell you. There's no need. I don't have to tell you that you tell the truth. I don't have to tell you don't steal. I don't have to do all these things. Only thing I can tell you that get rid of your ego and superego. That's all. In a very general terminology. But you will follow Christ automatically. You will follow Krishna automatically. Sahaja. Because now you have gone beyond dharma. You have crossed the limits of dharma where you had to follow a dharma. Now you have become the dharma. Where you will stand, wherever you will be, dharma will stand with you. People will look at you and say, here is the dharma standing. He is the dharma to be worshipped. Not because of anything, but because your state is that of dharma. You have gone beyond. Supposing this is a loudspeaker I am using today to talk to you. But supposing this loudspeaker becomes part and parcel of me, I don't have to use this. I go beyond it. In the same way, you are using the dharma first of all to establish yourself. But when you go beyond dharma into the state of virata, then you don't need any dharma. You become the dharma of Virat. Now what is the dharma of Virat? What is the dharma of Sri Krishna? Is collectivity. Krishna is the brain. Shiva is the heart. And Brahmadeva is the liver. Now what's the faculty of this brain is? That the tree of life, of evolution grows downward as he says. And this tree is growing downwards, of awareness from the brain. But if you have to go to the roots, you have to ascend. And that ascent you have achieved, now you have gone to the roots of your brain, where all your roots are enlightened, all your nerves are enlightened, your brain is enlightened. You are an enlightened person. When you are in darkness, you may catch hold of a snake as rope, but when you are in light, you will drop it. In the same way, when you become enlightened, your dharma is enlightened. You don't have to take to any guru or to any book or to anyone. You know yourself in your own life that this is wrong. Now the collectivity part of it is very important. Anybody who cannot be collective is not yet a Sahaja. Not yet a Sahaja at all. Collective in the sense that anybody who cannot live with other Sahajogis, who tries to find faults with someone all the time, who wants to run away with his wife and stay somewhere else, or with her husband, who wants to get out, is not a person who is collective. There's no need to say that I cannot live under the circumstances in which Sahajogis can live. If you are a Sahajogi, if you are a yogi, you can live. Look at me, I am such an old woman. I can live anywhere. You take me to a village, you take me to any place. I am not bothered about any physical comforts at all, because I am comfortable within myself. My comforts are within myself. In the same way, a person who is not collective, like many people just come to pujas, that's all. It's like going to the church only once in Christmas and then saying Christ doesn't look after us. Of course, not going to church, you don't meet Christ. But I mean to say that just to have a casual way of Sahaja Yoga, you cannot be. You have to be collective. And collective means that at every collective program, you should be there. You should always meet collectively, meditate collectively, live collectively, and try to find ways and methods of being collective. There are so many evil forces which are all the time trying to attack collectivity. First, they will attack the leaders. That's the first thing. Any leader tells somebody, you shouldn't do like this. Immediately, that person will start spreading stories against that leader. Is very bad, he's like this, he's very harsh, he didn't garland me, he didn't give me this, that. How can you garland a booth, can you? Then if that doesn't work out, Then they have their sly methods of going around and talking something here and there in the ears to create some sort of a politics. All such people will be thrown out of Sahaja Yoga, as there is a centrifugal and a centripetal force, both acting equal and opposite. Anybody who goes against collectivity, who sticks to their boots, sticks to their negativity, will have to get out of Sahaja Yoga. And that is to be remembered, that to be collective is to be joyous, is to be progressive, to be going further. It was all right when people were meditating in the Himalayas. It was all right at that time, they were all alone, meditating all alone to achieve something for the collective. But they also did not get their realization. When you have got your realization, remember this. Now you have entered into the kingdom of God, into the kingdom of Virat, where you are a part and parcel of a collective being. You are not alone. You cannot be single out. You cannot separate yourself. Now you are awakened in the body of Virata, and you cannot get out of it. If you try to get out of it, you cannot be nourished. Supposing I take out part of my body, will it be nourished by this body? It won't. In the same way, you have now become part and parcel of that collectivity. And that collectivity, that Virat, is going to look after you, going to nourish you, going to do everything that is necessary for your spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, even financial development. But if you cut it short, if you try to block the collectivity, if you try to make problems for collectivity, or even if you try just to get out of the collectivity, then that is not our interest, that is not our work. This is to be understood fully in every way possible. And this, when is understood in a proper way, you should know that collectivity is not only your advancement, it's not only your development, it's not only your achievements, it's the achievement of the whole humanity. The purpose of your creation is fulfilled by that. Those people who live in the ashram are better off always than the people who live alone. Always. They will always have better results than the people who live alone. Maybe they live alone because they want to have a little private life or a privacy. But their privacy is not going to help them. That's not going to help them at all. The more you live together, the more you recite together, the more you enjoy together, there will be greater chances of your advancement. The more you will try to make yourself private, the more you will try to get out of it. Whatever explanation you may give, God understands you wherever. So all such things where you cut off yourself from the mainstream, you try to get out of the mainstream, then there is a big problem for, of course, for certain conveniences you may, for your certain understanding you may, but you should enjoy more the company of Sahajogis than your own private company in the dingy room of yours. That is one thing you can judge yourself. Do you enjoy the company of Sahajogis, or you enjoy the company of 3-4 of your family people together in a circus? Judgment is your own.
Not difficult.
Nothing is difficult in Sahaja. It is the simplest thing to be a Sahajogi, and even more simple to be collective. To be uncollective, you have to do something. Like I said that it is very easy not to drink. I mean drink some wines and things. Because if you don't want to drink, you are sitting at home, it's all right, don't have to do anything. But suppose you have to drink, then you have to go to a pub, Or you have to go somebody, open the bottle, get a particular type of a glass, pour it down, this, that. In India, for example, where there is prohibition, you are sitting with a fright. But for a person who just drinks water, he doesn't have to do anything. So to do wrong, one has to do something. But to be good, you don't have to do much. It's absolutely labor-saving, energy-saving procedure. You see, to do bad, supposing, you see, I want to harm somebody, I'll have to go out of the way to find out ways, methods. If I have to tell lies, I have to think of 10 lies to cover that one lie. But if I tell the truth, finished. I've told the truth, finished. With few words, it's done. So to be collective is much more easier. Of course, not for crooked people, because crooked people, wherever they move, their angularities trouble others. You see, like poking thorns. But those who are flowers, they fit in anywhere. People like them. They like their fragrance. They look at them. They enjoy them. Beautiful things. Now see, today they are looking like lotuses. How is it? Without doing anything, they have become lotuses. How? How they have become like lotuses? Whether they are lotuses or they are daisies, God alone knows. But they have become lotuses, Sahaja. How? Because they are one with God. When we stand on our way, when we try to do something privately, then God says, all right, go private. But when we are public, He looks after us. And then, in Sahaja Yoga, as you know, that collective growth is the only way we understand Sahaja Yoga. Somebody knows something, somebody knows something else, somebody knows something else. When we are collective, then we really understand every aspect of Sahaja Yoga. Supposing there is somebody a scientist, somebody is a musician, somebody is another thing. We cannot know everything. So you know something from this one, something from that one, something from that. So all the rivers as they flow into that collectivity, and you enjoy the ocean of all these rivers. You don't have to go to all the rivers in India, like you go from Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Kaveri, you thousands of miles. Go to the sea, all of them are there. Like that, you have to enjoy the sea where everything meets. All kinds of beautiful things are there, and you enjoy that. I hope this puja, which is a very remarkable puja. Firstly, so many things are Sahaja. Firstly, they told me the telephone number of this place is 32 16 32. He's accompanied by 64 yoginis, Sri Krishna. So 32 on this side and 32 on that side of the sitting room. This place is called as Black Lake. Krishna is black. This place they got suddenly. And this is the only place in this so-called military regime of Switzerland where people can sleep on the ground. You are not supposed to sleep on the ground. If there is no cot, you hang in the air, but you cannot touch the ground. That kind of stupid military business is here. There to find such a sensible, practical, such a cheap place for you is God sent. We are here surrounded by beautiful things with the cows, so many cows at the time when it is Krishna's birthday. So many cows, so fond of cows. And the cows, when their bells move, in the morning I heard, in the evening, so beautiful. And when they were moving home in the evening, how the, as they call Goraj, is the dust of their feet was filling the sky. It's just Gokul here, I felt. Today also there's one thing more one has to say. That is the 16th Sri Krishna Puja. So in so many ways, this is a very great puja which you are attending, for which people have to take thousands and thousands of janmas, do so many punyas, which you have got so sahaj, because there must be something about you people also. May God bless you.
परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज के इस सामूहिक ध्यान के लिए और आपके अनंत आशीर्वाद के लिए हम सारे सहयोगी आपके अत्यंत ऋणी हैं। श्री माता जी, कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद। थैंक यू श्री माता जी फॉर योर टुडेज मेडिटेशन एंड डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग्स। हम सभी नतमस्तक होकर श्री माता जी को प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। बाउ डाउन टू श्री माता जी, ऑफर प्रणाम एंड टेक बंधन। जय श्री माता जी।